All right, you look like you really, really want it.
Where did Clinton fall in all of this? Bill Clinton. Did his presidency, I mean, everything seemed, you know, like the right was totally against him for 8 years, kept throwing, you know, stuff in his path to prevent him from doing, you know, what his intelligence and capability. Where did he fall? Did he?
What do you mean, where did he
was
fall?
he part of this? Also part of this plan?
No, he's not. I know the
Was that
Clintons, no.
I know.
Yeah. They're nice people.
Right.
Yeah. No, seriously.
So
they're
this just
actually
all
nice
started
people,
with W.
I mean, where did this start? I believe that it started after 2001. And I will go further and say that I'm very uncomfortable. I don't have a position on 9/11, but I'm increasingly uncomfortable on with the fact that in this culture, asking questions about 9/11 is a kind of untouchable area. It's bad to have an untouchable area in a democracy. And personally, at this point, I think these people are capable of anything. And I, as a mom, you know, I could smell that there was something wrong after 9/11. And, you know, Christy Todd Whitman said, oh, the air is safe to breathe. So I've got a little boy with asthma who gets hospitalized regularly because my mother's instinct was screaming, this is so toxic. But the government said it's safe, so we stayed in the city. I think there are a bunch of good questions about 9/11. I was in Lockerbie. And I don't have any answers because there hasn't been a real investigation. You know, the 9/11 families aren't satisfied with the depth of the investigation. That's not good in a democracy. I was in Lockerbie when the plane blew up, and the whole town was roped off as a crime scene. And there were big chunks of bodies and fuselage and luggage all over the countryside. It didn't, you know, and that was a bomb, you know. It was treated very differently, and it was like 2 days after 9/11, I was reading that they're shipping the molten metal out to China, and I was like, well, someone's going to get in a lot of trouble. That's a crime scene. But no one got in trouble. But it was a crime scene. You know, so I think it's disturbing. You know, have people created or staged provocations before in American history consistently through, you know, Nicaragua, Cuba, you know, the Boxer Rebellion, over and over and over. Actually, I'm not sure about the Boxer Rebellion. But, you know, are there more questions to be asked? Yes. So it's disturbing to me that people who ask questions are so marginalized. Now, where's Clinton in all of this? I mean, I was there right up close in 8 years of the Clinton administration, and they are people just like us, believe it or not, who really want what's best for the country. They have their flaws, but everything that we are frustrated about, they are doing in a conscious wish to try to make it possible to get in there to deliver health. Believe it or not, they really want to deliver health care, make things more equitable. They have to make horrible compromises because the system is broken. Right. But they're actually well-intentioned people. So that's, you know, it began with Bush, as far as I can tell. It's not there hasn't been corruption and, you know, disappointment before, but this is something of a whole new order. And can I just say, the founder's genius is that you could have terrible presidents in a working democracy, and they couldn't do that much damage. You know, there have been horrible presidents before, Millard Fillmore, you know, horrible, horrible. But the checks and balances constrain them. This is a whole new thing. So I should probably stop there. Let me end not by saying something sad, saying something happy. Millions of people rising up together to confront tyranny are a force that is unstoppable as long as we've got these vestiges of a democracy that we have now. So go out and lead the way. Thank you very, very much.